Hey everybody, Andrew here. If you don't know who I am, I was someone who was overweight his entire life but managed to lose 100 pounds. I now help others do the same as the creator of the Luuze app. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 things you need to do to achieve a healthy body weight and keep it permanently. I regularly failed to lose weight in the past, but once I did these things, I succeeded. The beauty of these 5 things is that anybody can do them. In fact, I integrated all these steps into the Luuze app to help you take back control of your health as I did. The steps are: 1. Find your defining motivation. 2. Set a reasonable goal. 3. Choose a lifestyle, not a diet. 4. Fix your feedback loop. 5. Stay vigilant. Now let's get started. Number 1. Find your defining motivation. What is a defining motivation? It's the biggest and most important reason you want to lose weight. For me, when I first became a dad, I realized that if I didn't lose weight, and with the history of heart problems in my family, I probably wouldn't be around to see my kids grow up. For you, the reason is probably different. Health reasons, vanity, revenge, to prove someone wrong. It's up to you. What's important is that it matters to you. Write down this defining motivation in detail. Paint a picture in your mind of exactly what your life would look like when you achieve your goals. If you're courageous enough, paint a picture in your mind of how bad things might be if you fail too. That can provide motivation sometimes. For me, failure was no longer an option because it would be a terrible thing if I wasn't around for my kids. Once you have this defining motivation, put reminders of it on your fridge, in your car, phone background, so you can keep it on top of your mind. A post-it note in my wallet helped me, for example. The journey to a healthy weight can be long, and a lot of temptations along the way can take you off track. Reminding yourself about why you're doing it can keep you going. Number 2, set a reasonable goal. By far, the biggest mistake I see people make is to try and lose weight too fast. Everyone wants to lose 5 pounds in a week, but doing this is like trying to sprint a marathon. You are going to exhaust yourself. Your body is going to resist, and the odds of you giving up too early will skyrocket. I needed to lose 100 pounds, which felt overwhelming, but breaking this problem down, could I lose 0.1 pounds? Yeah, that sounded possible. How about losing 0.1 pounds every single day? Okay, everybody's lost 0.1 pounds at least one day in their life, so this would mean that it would take me 3 years to lose my weight. A light switch flipped in my head when I realized that it took over 30 years to gain this excess weight. 3 years to lose it wasn't actually that much time. In fact, the reason why I gained that much weight was because overeating happens like a sneak attack to your body. You don't even realize you've done it until maybe 10, 20, 100 pounds later, and then you're unhealthy. Losing weight can be like the same thing in reverse if your goals are smart enough. There are a ton of benefits to setting a slow goal rather than a fast one. It's easier on the body. Your body fights back less. You feel better about yourself if you're ahead of your goal than if you're behind your goal. If you're having trouble getting started or sticking with weight management, try to do less, not more. Try to lose 0.5 pounds instead of 5 pounds a week. Number 3, choose a lifestyle, not a diet. All over the internet, you'll hear that diets don't work. When I did my research on how to lose weight, though, I saw plenty of examples of diets working pretty well for a lot of people. So what's the deal? All those people who successfully lost weight using things like keto, they're still doing keto now to maintain their weight. You don't find too many people who are like, oh, I went on a vegan diet, I lost 50 pounds, but now I'm back to eating as much meat as I did before. And speaking of vegans, I've seen a lot of vegans who are fit and healthy, and I've also seen a ton of people who are on the carnivore diet who are fit and healthy. There's tons of examples of diets actually working. The truth is that diets do work if you make them a lifestyle that you commit to for the rest of your life. And if the diet is not compatible with your lifestyle, then it's not going to work. For me, I love all kinds of food. Healthy food, junk food, fast food, fancy food, I love it all. My wife also does most of the cooking. So the lifestyle I decided to pick for myself was not one that restricted what I ate. To get my caloric deficit, I decided to just eat less. It wasn't completely easy to do this, and it did mean that I felt hungrier than I did before. But because my goal was reasonable, it wasn't that bad. Only a permanent lifestyle change will create permanent weight loss. If you go back to your old ways, you will regain the weight. If you can pick a lifestyle adjustment that you think you can stick with, then that's the way to go. It doesn't even have to be a drastic lifestyle change to start. Number 4, fix your feedback loop. So what does fixing your feedback loop even mean? Well, let me explain what the feedback loop is. Weight loss can be complex. There's lots of ways to do it. It's multifaceted and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Gaining weight is pretty straightforward. There's this feedback loop that tells us when we eat and when we should stop eating. And if we eat too much because the feedback loop is damaged, we're going to gain weight. If we can fix this feedback loop by understanding whether or not we're actually eating too much, then we can actually lose weight. So how do we fix a feedback loop? We measure accurately, reflect on that measurement, and then adjust. For me, I did this by weighing myself daily, seeing if I gained or lost weight based on how much I ate the day before, and then adjusted as necessary the next day to stay on track with my goal. But anyone who weighs themselves will start seeing that their weight goes all over the place. Water weight can make our body go up or down as much as 5, even 10 pounds in a day. When you're trying to track 0.1 pounds of weight loss a day, this noise can overwhelm the signal. And this is a reason why so many people say that weighing yourself is a bad thing to do. And it's a very legitimate reason. But I found a way to fix this. My former career was in engineering, so I knew how to filter out water weight noise from the actual signal of fat loss, which was what we're trying to get. And that's why I created Luuze, to help people actually track their progress accurately. Luuze uses math to smooth out the measurements and focuses directly on helping you repair this feedback loop using whatever lifestyle method you need to do to lose weight. The feedback loop concept is a very important one, and I've added a link below to teach you more about how this is the root cause of weight gain. And once you fix it, you can keep weight off for good. Weight management is a skill that can be learned, but to learn that skill, you need to have the right type of feedback. Finally, the 5th thing to achieve a healthy body weight for good: stay vigilant. A lot of people treat weight loss as a goal that is completed and then they get to go back to normal life. As I mentioned earlier, this isn't how it works. You'll get the weight back if you go back to old habits. It happened to me even. When my dad passed away, a bunch of stress occurred and I regained around 20 pounds having to deal with that stress. Others have gained a ton dealing with stress from COVID. Pandemic pounds are real. I was able to lose it again after I realized that I needed to get back to the good habits I built up during my weight loss journey. I learned the lesson that once you hit your goals, it's important to stick with the new, healthier lifestyle that you've created for yourself. Keep tracking your weight after you've gotten to that healthy weight you wanted. Setting new goals can be beneficial as well. And at a minimum, it's important to set an ongoing goal of a weight that's optimal for you, plus or minus 5 pounds, and keep an eye on that weight so you can stay in that range. You don't need to be obsessive over it, but because old habits die hard, it's important to keep a certain level of vigilance. So those are the 5 things you need to do to achieve a healthy weight and keep it permanently. If it sounds overwhelming, don't fret. Even more important than all of those things is to just get started. I created Luuze to make it as easy as possible to get started on your weight loss journey. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, be sure to check out the link below. I hope you found this video useful and that it helps you on your weight loss journey. Be sure to hit the subscribe button for more tips that can help you take back control of your health.